The Right Honourable Peter Levy.
Hey.
He's a BBC News presenter, radio presenter, and proper big, iconic Hull legend.
He really is.
His early career as an aspiring actor, is that correct?
That is correct, yeah. You're correct so far. I'll tell you when it goes wrong.
Appearing in Last of the Summer Wine?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, fell off a bike.
Did you?
Fell off a bike. I fell off of a bike into a hole in the road.
Was that your big...
That's a claim to fame. Have you seen it?
He then went to work on local radio in the south of England before moving to Leeds to co-present BBC Look North. His ongoing banter and playful feud with weatherman Paul have become the stuff of Look North legend.
Playful feud. Playful feud. Bants.
With Levy routinely jiving Paul on his red hair and lack thereof. I'm hoping I don't get the same treatment with my equally outrageous locks.
I wouldn't dare say anything to you. I wouldn't dare say anything.
And most recently, he's become the unwitting participant of a complex meme / fashion trend, courtesy of Ollie Marshall, who explained in a previous podcast that things had gotten weird and creepy when he would be sat packaging Pirate Peter Levy apparel whilst watching you live on Look North. It is a bit strange, isn't it?
It is a bit strange, but who'd have thought that you could be a bit trendy at my age? I mean, it's...
there you go,
I know, you never know what's around the corner, do you? You never know what's around the corner.
But this isn't the first time we've seen Peter Levy-based merchandise hit the shops of Hull. Where it is, you may still be able to get hold of such vintage must-haves as the Peter Levy money box, the Peter Levy oven mitt, and the Peter Levy clock.
He's done his research, hasn't he? He's done his research.
Yes, I have.
You've done your research.
Thank you. So if anyone out there has got any of them, we will buy them. We'll get them signed.
Oh, definitely.
We've only gone and landed. The big man himself. Put your hands together. It's Peter Levy.
Thank you very much.
And, fist bump all round.
Yes.
Thank you for coming
Yes.
on.
Thank you so much.
Right. So, and can you rate my intro out of 1 to 10?
You've done the thing is, when you do this job, you need to do your research. You've done your research, you've written it, you delivered it beautifully. I'd give you 9.5 out of 10 on that.
Yes.
You'd get the full 10.
Yeah.
If you're reading off your phone.
Matt, which brings me to my next point. As a professional, Peter also uses a teleprompter on the news, is that not so?
Yeah, it is
So
true.
technically, I'm doing the professional thing.
He did it, and he did it without the words, I mean, that's very good.
Thank you, mate.
Very good.
So we usually ask
I
all
like
of our
that.
guests, how do you know Blood Sugar? To start off with.
I know Blood Sugar because every time I hear something fashionable, like Humber Street Sesh or all these other things, your name is always mentioned. I always hear, whether it's Burnsy or whether it's somebody else, always singing your praises, glowing. So I know how important you are. And I was talking to a mate of mine over Christmas who plays in a band, and he knew about you and sung your praises. So I know you're big.
So our reputation precedes
your
us.
reputation precedes you, and it's an honour for me to be here with these trendy.
No,
Peter.
the honour is all ours.
Oh, is it?
It really is.
He's taking the mickey out of me.
He's not. In fact, before we continue, I really should, even though it's cheeky, ask you to just give my mum, Sue, and my sisters Aisha and Abby a quick shout out into either camera. If you just say Peter Levy loves you or something like that.
So I love you. And your sisters, what are the names?
Aisha and Abby.
Aisha and Abby. Hi.
There we go, mum. We're doing it. We're going places. Right.
Frame it, keep it.
So we want to just start by, because everyone knows the Peter Levy name in Hull, right? But a lot of people, I did my research on Wikipedia, the Last of the Summer Wine thing, your early career as an aspiring actor. Could you give us not a brief telling of your career, but just hit the main key points?
The main key points was I got into radio when I was 19, which was very young to have a daytime radio show. And I was in commercial radio for a lot of years. Then in 1987, I joined the BBC, and I've been with the BBC ever since. Alongside doing the Look North, by accident, I started to do a couple of bits on Last of the Summer Wine, and the same person also wrote Still Open All Hours, and I've done a little bit in each of the series of Still Open All Hours. So that's how that came about, by accident, really.
So did you have lines?
Not a lot, only one or two lines. But I've done each of the 6 series, and there's to be a new series in the new year, which I'm filming in May. and that'll be on later in the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, but no, I mean the chief job is Look North and has been for a lot of years.
So what drew you to radio and sort of like being an entertainer, I guess?
I loved music and I was fascinated by radio, and even going back to when I was at school, I used to listen to. I had quite a long journey to school on the bus, and I used to listen to the radio on the bus going to school. I always loved radio. Then when I was in my teens, I started sending off little tapes to every new radio station. It was when commercial radio was new, and I landed a job. As I say, I was 19, which is unheard of.
And so what was you doing at 19 then? Like a music show?
Yeah. I was trendy in my time.
Peter, you're trendy now.
Yeah, you're real trendy.
So what sort of
I was
music?
a jock.
What sort of music was you into then?
Well, I was into mainstream, what you would call pop at the time. But I've always loved country and I've always loved soft rock. At the time, I used to play a lot of Eagles, Poco, stuff like that.
Yeah,
you probably don't. You probably
Hotel
hate
California, right?
Life in the Fast Lane.
Do you have,
Life in the Fast Lane.
Do
Yeah.
you
That's
have
it.
like a favourite artist?
Lying Eyes. That
That
was
you
another
like?
good one.
Do you have like a favourite artist?
I've always enjoyed Rod Stewart's music. I've always enjoyed the Eagles. I love the Beatles, obviously. So nothing wacky out there. And now, of course, I'm a big Bud Sugar fan.
I'll slide you a fiver for that one.
Yeah. Get the album, get the music.
Right, so Look North, mate.
Don't ask me any difficult questions.
No, I'm going to make it very easy for you.
All right. Make it easy for me.
I'm going to make it easy for you. I've got you some gifts, by the way.
Have you?
Yeah. Quite a lot of gifts, actually.
Yeah,
Have you?
there is.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
So here's a little Bud Sugar starter pack, Vibe Tribe t-shirt.
Oh,
I
fantastic.
I feel like you're a medium, but we can change it if you want.
I am a medium. You're spot on there,
Yeah.
and I'll get a picture of me wearing it.
Thank you,
put
mate.
that on Twitter.
Some music,
Oh, fantastic!
and it's a bit late now, but we made these Christmas baubles. So maybe next year when you put your tree up,
I'll
if you
keep
put a
them.
tree up,
I'll keep them. They're brilliant. Well, listen, I'm seriously, I'm going to listen to the music.
please do.
I'm going to listen to the music.
I'll be looking out for tweets.
Yeah.
I'll be looking out for tweets from Peter.
tweeting.
I'll be
Yeah.
tweeting. I'll be tweeting. Don't you worry.
Not listening to Bud Sugar.
Yeah.
Right.
We've got another gift as well.
Yeah, but we'll come to that.
Alright.
Yeah.
Don't want
Alright, yeah.
Don't
to
blow
say
our
it's too
load. Blow our
early.
load.
Yeah. Right. So
Look north, mate. That's
Look
what
North,
you're
mate. Yeah. So the first I saw was this. It wasn't even a t-shirt. It was a sticker.
No, it was a sticker.
The
That's
sticker.
how it started,
The
yeah.
sticker was how it started, and they showed me some pictures of them, and they started appearing on really down Bankside and places like that.
Yeah.
And then more and more of them, and then Ollie, who designed them, and it just sort of took off. And then the next thing is there's t-shirts, and the t-shirts are on sale, and the t-shirts were selling.
Yeah.
And I was down Humber Street, and the boutique, and the lady in the boutique said, they're selling.
Yeah,
and there was
the
one on,
demand
there
was
was one in the
really
window.
Yeah.
And I couldn't work it out because I just thought, what is happening here? I can't take credit for any of it. It was his brainwave. It just took off. But there was something about Hull which is so lovely. The people are so supportive, and they're so kind, and they're so warm that they just got into it because it was a bit. Nobody at the BBC could have come up with an idea like that and made it work. It was because it was a Hull person, and it just
in the
kicked
spur
off.
of the moment.
Yeah, spur of the moment, and then of course it just kicked off. And there's even some woolly hats.
Have you got one?
I've got a woolly hat. Yeah.
So like when the stickers first started appearing, because you must be used to that sort of thing, like people shouting Peter when they see you walking around and stuff.
Yeah. Well, when you're out, I mean, you do get. One of the most common lines I've had for a lot of years is your mate with you?
Yeah.
And that's reference to Paul. Because they think or is your mate's got it right today, or your mate's got it wrong today, or whatever.
Yeah, but didn't you guys go around on a little sort of the two of you on like a bit of a tour?
Oh yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. He has done his work. He's done his work.
Sorry, don't let me derail you though. Continue. We'll come back to that.
When I'm out now, and this has been, I think the Look North Mate thing really took off just before the Freedom Festival. So it would be August, September time.
Yeah.
Since then, it's Look North Mate. Yeah. So it's just caught on as a catchphrase as well. So I mean, it's just, but these things happen by accident. If you plan something, it never works.
No.
The best things are always the ones that are by accident. But Ollie and David Harrison, who works with me, he's done a lot of promotion as well, and it's just taken off, and it's just really nice, Yeah.
And so Ollie said that he hasn't really met you, like he's met you, but you haven't had much like interaction or chance to talk.
No, I haven't at all, and I feel bad about that, but he's been busy. He's busy.
You're busy, obviously.
So I'm busy, but I'm going to get together, and I want to thank him in person.
But what do you say to that? Like,
I don't know, because, like you say, he's sat in his lounge at some point, hasn't he?
and he's folded up t-shirts that people are buying
putting them in an envelope and post them out. And it's just bizarre. I think it's fantastic, and it's only in Hull where you'd get people making t-shirts of a guy who reads the news at my age. It's only in Hull where the most trendy band, popular band, is inviting me to come and chat with you. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
That's because you're trendy though, so you fit.
Well, I'm enjoying my moment of trend. I can tell you that.
So that brings me to So has it been an ego boost, or has it been humbling, or has it been both?
I think it's humbling because it's the fact that people are so warm and they take you, and it's not just people who do Look North Mate stickers and t-shirts, just people of Hull. They've just been so kind and so supportive. And I think that is fantastic. I think that's fantastic. So I'm so lucky.
Yeah,
really
I'm pretty jealous of you, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Well, your face is all over everyone's t-shirt, all over the city. You've sold more t-shirts than us, definitely. You're killing it without even lifting a finger.
What do you think about the little sticker challenge that the two of you seem to have going? Where sorry, did you have a question about?
No, go on.
Where you'll get a picture taken with one of the stickers, and the same day he'll immediately grab the picture and then make a new sticker with of you holding it.
Again, it's bizarre because one day I found myself standing in Queen's Gardens, holding a sticker of a sticker and all the rest of it. And I'm thinking, this is just bizarre. Bizarre. But what I do want is anybody who gets a t-shirt or hat or whatever, get a picture. Tweet it to me. Tweet it. Let's retweet them. Let's get them out.
Let's definitely keep it going.
Yeah, keep it going because it's a bit of fun. It's harmless and it's just great. And on the whole, fantastic.
So the sticker thing then, because well, that'll bring me on to this then. Shall I do this? Where is it? Oh, look, he's moved it, so he could give it to you. Right. So before I give this to you, it's from Ollie. Right. Ollie has given us this really poorly wrapped parcel.
I shudder to think what this is.
And he wanted us to give it to you because usually we have a fourth member who couldn't make it tonight, and we were going to get Ollie to come and sort of surprise you by getting him to come in, and then have both of you, and then you could have your first sort of meeting on the show. But he couldn't make it either. But he sent this gift.
Do you think he's avoiding me? Do you think he?
I think it's awkward.
Yeah. Because you sat in your lounge sending pictures of me out.
And now he's got an answer to you. Maybe.
Ollie, you missed, mate. You missed. What's this?
Right. So I'm going to let you open it. Ollie, the gift that keeps on giving, apparently.
Oh, look at that.
What we got?
Look at that.
Oh,
look at that hoodie.
Apparently, this is one of the first few
of the hoodies.
That is look at that. That is your look.
Peter was worried that he wasn't going to look trendy. Look North Mate hoodie.
How can I not look trendy in a Look North hoodie? Look North Mate hoodie.
Ollie's clever, isn't he? Because he's made sure to give you the new merchandise live. Yeah. He's got you all the new merchandise on the podcast.
There's no flies on Ollie. No flies. Ollie, cheers mate. Look North Mate. That's fantastic.
And Lance will tell you that Ollie's been real excited, hasn't he, when he found out that he was coming on the show.
Yeah.
I know he's gutted that he wasn't able to come on, but I know that now that obviously we've broken the ice, which is always nice because us and Ollie had always been a passing thing as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So we invited him onto the show, and what's happened is a lot of people that we've sort of respected from afar, we invite them onto the show. And then that becomes our little icebreaker.
Right.
And because we're all being filmed, we have to be extra nice and polite to each other. So we all make a great first impression. So
I
like,
tell you what, though, you're a natural at this hosting, presenting, whatever.
you.
You are. He's a natural, isn't he?
You heard it here first. So if
He's
the
got
music
big-
thing doesn't work
big
out,
arms.
Yeah.
He's well practiced in talking to people.
If the music goes pear-shaped,
I'm following your stead.
Yeah,
I'll be the new newsman.
yeah, you'll have to do something with your hair.
Yeah. I can I can redden it up. So speaking of the newsman, then, right? So I said it was what did I say? It's an playful
weatherman.
feud.
Yeah.
So do you think that's too harsh of a
What with Paul?
with Paul? Yeah.
All the weatherman.
Do you want an honest answer? The honest answer is we've been best mates for 23, 24 years.
Yeah.
And it started when I was in Leeds years ago. I've been here 16, 17 years. But when
Yeah.
I was in Leeds, he used to come in and do the weather, and I'd do the news, and we had a bit of chit chat and banter and everything. And it just grew from there. And at that time, it was at 1:45 in the lunch times, and
Okay.
it was just before Neighbours. That's how long ago it was. Neighbours was on the telly,
Yeah.
and it used to be like student breakfast TV because the students had just got up. You
Yeah,
know, it was
yeah.
lunchtime,
Right.
And suddenly it had a student following, and it sort of took off. And then I came to Hull, and we kept it going. So yeah,
I
it's
think-
banter, but he's a best mate.
You can
Yeah,
tell
you
that
can
you're really
tell,
good friends
definitely.
because of just how harsh you are on him sometimes. Like because I was doing my research.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've seen the banter. It's like every day, isn't it? Like you have the banter between you when it's you two. So there's a compilation, as I was saying, which I don't know if it's the harshest moments or something. Bullying him because his hair, because he dyes his hair, and it was this whole Twitter thing. So I'm wondering, have you ever gone too far and felt actually afterwards like, Paul, sorry, actually, maybe I went too far there."
I've never gone too far, or he's never gone too far with each other because
Right.
we know it's just joke.
Yeah.
Occasionally, you can overstep the mark when you're talking about something, or a place or someone, or and where you slightly go over the.
Right,
but
right.
Paul was very good at going right to the edge of the cliff.
Yeah.
Putting his foot across, but then walking back. He's very good. He's very good at that.
Yeah,
He gets away with it. But yeah, I mean,
I get the sense though that like so he plays he puts on a good face, right, because he laughs it off, which I
Yeah.
think's really good. But you can see in his eyes like he's like, oh Peter, you.
yeah. Well, I mean,
It's like scoring points,
It's sometimes,
isn't it? Yeah,
it's scoring points.
That's how you can tell that he's
It's
such good
scoring
mates.
points, and it's a game. And some nights, he might win, I might win. It might be a draw or whatever. But the thing is that
Yeah.
people have been at work all day. They've been doing that.
Yeah,
They've
yeah.
come home. I start at 6:30. You've done a quarter of an hour of news and everything, and then it just lightens the load. And then people know it's okay to smile.
Yeah.
Peter and Paul are there, blah, blah, and that's how it comes about. And it's
Yeah.
just a bit of rubbish, but a bit of fun. But people enjoy seeing the sparring. And
Yeah.
But he is a
Definitely
good
do.
mate. So
Hence the tour then. So the tour was, I think it was a.
it was a selfie tour. What you're talking about? We
Right.
went to different places and did selfies and stuff like that. And it was a bit wacky, and it was a bit off the wall. And when they first told me, this was a BBC thing. When they first told me, like that, no, but it took off. You know,
Yeah.
it was just a bit of fun. you
Yeah.
know. And
Right.
also, usually, if you're out, and I'm working, I'm usually got a camera, so I'm doing an outside broadcast or something like that, and then you're concentrating and you haven't got time to chat with people. But if you're saying we're going out on a selfie tour and I'm going to be in Freshney Place in Grimsby for an hour and a half, come along,
Yeah.
and you're not working, you can just like this, you can just banter and chit chat with people and meet people, and that's nice.
So do you get stopped a lot when you're like out and about, or
So-
people trying to have chats?
Yeah, was the selfies tour like people coming out to take selfies and stuff?
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
but it's just because people are so nice and they want to
want to
muck in,
engage,
they want to engage, they
That's
want to be
cool.
part of it,
Yeah.
I mean, in the old days when you used to go out somewhere, you used to have in your pocket some colour pictures and you'd sign them for
Yeah,
people.
yeah, sure.
That's what people did if they were on the
Should
radio
go
or
on a
TV.
selfie tour.
But these days it's all about getting a selfie and doing
Yeah.
it yourself.
So are you quite technologically?
No is the answer to your question.
No, are you not?
No, I'm not.
What?
I'm not.
What's your? And I'm not trying to make it look a square here, but what's your cut-off point then? Like,
Well,
have you got a smartphone?
I've got a smartphone. You know, I do Twitter.
Yeah.
You know, I can do email and everything. What I can't do is I was watching somebody at the weekend taking photos from a laptop onto a mobile phone, and then taking the mobile phone and getting them printed off. You know, that's too far for me.
Yeah.
That's too far for me. So yeah, but you know, I'm not complete.
You can get your runners at the BBC.
Oh yeah. Get staff to do that.
Yeah. Whilst they're like herding your sheep and that. So this is weird actually. I was reading on Wikipedia that apparently you consider yourself to be quite shy. Is that true or is that? Yeah. And so like, I kind of, because obviously we're performers, so you get the impression that we're quite extroverted. But I would say that we also have like elements of shyness and introversion. So do you think like because you're shy, that's what drives you to want to do something that's so?
When I was at college, when I was very young, I was told to go into an out-of-hours drama class. This is when I was really young, because I was so shy, and they said that would help you overcome the shyness, and it did. And obviously, I ended up doing this job. And I'm not shy if I'm doing. If I'm on the TV or I'm doing anything to do with TV or anything like this or whatever. Yeah. But in real life, I would say I was. You know, I don't like. Yeah. I suppose it's things like you don't like walking into a room where everybody's already there or whatever. Stuff like that. Yeah. But just because you're top musicians and a popular band doesn't mean to say that you've got bucket loads of confidence in every area of your life.
Sure, yeah.
You know, I haven't. You know, I mean, and there are things that I find quite nerve-wracking to do in real life. Things that you don't understand.
Right.
Things that you're like anything to do with finances or under the bonnet of a car.
Yeah.
Things like that. I don't know anything about that. So if you're talking to somebody from a bank about should you be doing this, should you be doing that, or you're at a garage, do you want this, do you want that? I'm out of my comfort zone there because I don't understand it.
Yeah. Well, likewise, to be honest, I don't know anything about cars.
Yeah,
just how to drive them. Do you drive?
I do drive, yeah.
Yeah. And do you live on Vicky Dock?
I do live on Victoria Dock, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you live like on my
He's been
little...
stalking you.
No.
Is he stalking me?
No, because I feel like I've seen you walking that way before. Yeah, it'll be me with the t-shirts next minute. I'm coming after you.
Are you going to say you live in the same block of flats? Is that what you're going to say?
I feel like I live in that same.
Right.
Yeah. I won't say the place because I don't want the public to know where we. Two celebs here now, so it's it's a lot of attention we could draw. My fans at the doors and
have
everything.
a little bit of a den.
Yeah, we could. So you live on Vicky Dock?
Yeah.
How do you find it?
I love it. Absolutely love it. I moved in 2002 to the flat I'm in now, and I've loved it so much I've not moved away.
Yeah. It's a really nice little
I love
area,
it.
Isn't it?
It's quiet. It's safe. I love the water. I love the water.
Yeah.
Anywhere, if I'm by water, then I'm always happy.
And so you're from down south originally?
Yeah, but I've been in Yorkshire since I was when I got that radio job when I was 19. So I've been here a long time.
But I'm detecting a real subtle, under accent to your accent. Where are you originally from? Do you mind me asking?
No, I'm originally from Kent and London. I lived in Cornwall for a while when I was a kid with my family. My sister still lives there, but as I say, I came up here to Yorkshire when I was 19, and I've lived between Bradford, Leeds, and Hull ever since.
So you're an honorary Yorkshire lad then?
I'm an honorary Yorkshire lad. I had 2 years in Liverpool as well. I went to a radio station in Liverpool for 2 years.
And where's Paul from?
Paul, he's Bradford born.
He's got a real broad accent.
Yeah. Actually, Keighley. He's from Keighley, but it's just up the road from Bradford.
Yeah, it's north.
Yeah.
North Bradford.
And so did you meet on the show then? This friendship?
Yeah.
It's from the show,
Yeah.
And
then he joined us as a weatherman. When we were both very young, and he came in to do the weather at lunchtime, and he'd poke his head round the door and say hello and everything, and he had that cheeky grin that you allude to, and I thought, and then I used to occasionally say something to him, and it grew from there.
Yeah.
But he's a top man, honestly. He's a top man. He really is.
So we might have to try and get him on the Undershot.
That would be a real booking for you because you can't get him to move. You know? Yeah.
Well, we were saying to Ollie that his next T-shirt should be
Paul the Weatherman.
Paul the Weatherman.
Yeah.
So
Let's not promote him. He doesn't need any promotion.
he won't even
heaven's,
stop bullying
for
him.
heaven's sake, he doesn't need any promotion. You know, he's.
You just don't want him to be more popular than you. That's what.
He's more popular than me.
Do you reckon?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you've got the T-shirt.
You've
got the hoodie.
I've got the hoodie.
There you go.
North, mate. This is fantastic.
It's
isn't it?
cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's your up north, mate? hat?
Yeah,
I'm just not.
Was you that
I left it to
out of
Peter
sorts?
today.
It was that out of sorts.
He was embarrassed to wear it.
Yeah,
it's
it's a bit awkward.
It's a
Isn't it?
bit awkward.
It's a bit like I look like a fanboy.
As soon as I've gone, it'll be on.
Yeah, exactly. He's got it in his back pocket.
It's getting weirder as it goes along, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just going to get weirder and weirder, and then it will just like die its death.
Yeah,
I think.
it'll die its death.
But then there'll be what, like couple of thousand Peter Levy T-shirts, hoodies,
and then
hats
there'll be collector's items.
Exactly, yeah. And there'll be a resurgence years later. Some other kid will do it.
Like a cult following.
That'll be his big moment. Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. So on Look North, right?
Yeah.
You know your persona, which is kind of like.
You tell me what it is.
I feel like you kind of take people to task sometimes, right? So like if you have certain people on your show, I feel like you're balanced and you're fair, but you don't take it easy on them. Other presenters will sort of be kind of like quite chill.
Softball.
Yeah, and I feel like you want to like shake them up a little bit sometimes, or you want to make them. You don't just want to let them say the easy answers.
Well, the thing is that they're probably there because they need to answer some questions, or we need to get some information out of them, and it's my job. And I wouldn't be doing it properly if you don't push them. Yeah. Now I might be a bit harder than some people. Part of that gives a bit of theatre to the show as well.
Yeah, sure.
And you're not letting them get away with it. So I've done a talk to an MP tonight. You can't not ask some difficult questions.
Yeah.
And the questions that people. One of the privileges of this job is being able to talk to people and interview people that people at home never get a chance to do. But they do have questions and they do have views. And if you don't ask the most obvious questions, then you're not doing your job properly. So yeah, I do, and I won't let them flannel me off.
Yeah, flannel me off.
But they will. They'll. One of the oldest tricks in the book is you keep answering a really long-winded answer to a question, and then they know, he's going to run out of time in a minute because the interview will be over because it's only a short interview, not a long interview like yours.
Yeah, bloody hell. So, and do you feel like? Do you ever get annoyed, like annoyed in yourself?
Yeah, you do. If people, if people have got a question, if people need to give an answer to something, if you've got, somebody from a health authority or some organisation where they need to be giving an explanation as to why something's gone wrong or why they've not done well in a report and all the rest of it, and they don't give an answer,
they won't give it.
Then that annoys me. Right. MPs are very good at dealing with difficult questions.
Yeah, they are,
because that's what they they're politicians, so they're trained to do it. And they're trained to. They'll give you an answer, but they might not have answered the question that you've asked, and they might.
It's almost like they answer their own question.
They give the answer or the view that they want to talk about that night, and you have to say, no, I didn't ask you that question. What I asked you was, and push back on it, and you need to do that to get the info. Otherwise, people at home are just going to say, "We didn't ask that."
So do you get the sense that you're doing it for the people then? In a way?
Because that's the job, to get the information, to ask the difficult questions of that person. And at the moment we've got lots of things in the news where people want to know, what's this person going to do? What are they going to vote on? What are they going to say? And you need to get those answers. Yeah. So you have to push them, and sometimes you have to be a bit rough. And
if you don't go hard enough on them, do you feel like on Twitter and stuff you get a bit of backlash or people complain?
Well, you would, but also even if you're hard on people, you get people complaining about you as well, because if there's always, say you're interviewing a Conservative MP and you're giving them a hard time, then the Conservative supporters will say, "Oh, Mr. Levy's being rude to that person," blah 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 blah. If you're interviewing a Labour person, then the same thing, but different people.
Yeah,
so
sure.
it's
Can't please everyone.
you can't please everybody all the time,
Always
and you have to do your job.
So like when you're interviewing people, are the questions always scripted, or do you ever like throw some of your own questions in there?
Oh no, I plan what I'm going to ask myself either mentally in my head or I'll scribble some notes down.
Right.
But none of that is scripted. It's just sort of ad lib or how the conversation goes. You know, the same way as the master's doing here. He doesn't know where he's going next. He just ducks and dives and weaves keep it spinning, and it's very good. I'm a bit nervous. I'm a bit nervous.
Mate,
you let me know if you see him tampering with his hair. Let me know.
As soon as I cut it down and get it a bit more neat,
that's right. I'll be a worried man then.
I'll be stepping into your world.
Nervous.
So you've come for the people watching. So our studio is actually, I don't know, maybe like a 2-minute walk from the BBC building in Hull.
About 60 steps.
60 steps, but a different world.
A different world, but a trendy world. A
Trendy
trendy new world.
And I'm just honoured.
Thank you, man. Thank you, mate. So have you just been? So you've just been presenting live?
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah.
Is there a delay?
Live.
No, but is there a delay or no?
I told you I was watching him on the TV before.
He was watching. Yeah.
There's no delay.
No.
My Siri went on for some reason. So like, but how's that? Because I don't know. All right, so we was on.
How's what?
We was on Ben's show once, right? Well, we've been on there many times, yeah. And it was early, and it was promo for the bonus arena event that we did. And so it was early, and we was performing, and I wasn't too thrilled with my performance.
You made a rookie mistake.
And I made a very rookie mistake, and I said a very naughty word on his radio show by accident, nearly twice actually.
Yeah.
And I sort of got away with it, but there was a bit of backlash from me on Twitter as well. Have you ever found yourself in that sort of situation, or is that what differs the pros from the schmoes?
Well,
the pros from the schmoes.
I've never said I'm not going to ask you what you said, but I've never said a word that you shouldn't say it on the air.
The top 7.
I've not done that.
Yeah.
But you can say something. Let me give you an example, which is not contentious. If you give a line where you're say talking about fox hunting, and you word a question which implies that you're either for fox hunting or against fox hunting, then people will say, well, it's obvious he's for, or it's obviously he's against, or whatever.
Yeah.
You'll get that. But that goes with the job. If I get a few, just imagine how many a big national news presenter gets.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But no, you shouldn't be swearing when you go on the radio.
I know, man.
No,
I see. He looked real cross with me when I was just telling
you. Did he say anything?
No, you looked cross just then when I was telling you.
Yeah, even Ben's, he was cross at you, and he's like.
It was. To be honest, right? Benzie and I can't remember which producers were.
It was Martha.
Yeah.
And there was a few of them anyway, but they were kind of cool about it, and they almost, it was like I was like a little silly child that I'd done like, oh, bless him, and I felt really guilty, and I was very apologetic, wasn't I? Yeah. And I said to the guys after that, I was like, no more live performances on the radio. Like, I'd rather we did a performance and then they like play it out later or something. Yeah. Doing it live, I don't know what compelled me to. To be honest, I thought that he'd gone to the.
Don't make excuses.
You thought it
you messed up. You messed up.
Yeah, that's right.
You messed up.
Own up.
Yeah, you messed up.
He said he asked the difficult questions. You've turned this round on me. Podcast is this?
We're talking about you now.
Yeah, no, I did. I messed up.
What I did there?
I messed up. I thought that he went to.
But you know something. You are a very successful, popular band. You don't want to go on the radio and do anything which jeopardise it. But hey, everybody has the occasional word that slips out.
Yeah.
And if you do that in real life, it's gonna happen. Now, I don't tend to swear in real life,
right?
Because if you do, it's
a bad habit.
It's a bad habit. Yeah. So that's why. And people.
So are you not a big swearer then? Like,
no, I'm not.
What would bring you to swear?
You. No.
Fox hunting, right?
No. Everyday.
If you drop something on your foot.
Yeah.
But you because we're obviously. I need to work on my swearing.
You're a bit of a potty mouth.
I am.
Yeah.
Potty mouth. I've not heard that expression for years.
Yeah, well, you see, he's my brother, so that's how different we are. I'm a potty mouth, and he calls me a potty mouth. He uses words like potty mouth. Yeah, I'm a bit of a swearer. But how long's it been? 14 minutes nearly.
You're doing well.
You've
so
done
far.
Swear free.
You're doing
I
well.
might just have to...
Yeah, there was one word that you got in, but you don't even remember saying it.
Did I?
Yeah.
Let's just move on.
Did I really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
No? You will when you play it back.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh, I've let myself down.
No, you haven't.
Mum, stop watching.
Yeah.
I've messed it all up.
She went ages ago.
Yeah. No, this is my big moment for my mum. She's going to love this.
Is
honestly. Yeah. I mean, she watches you
Yeah,
every
I think
day.
anyone's mum from Hull would like be buzzing about this.
Yeah,
No.
because you're on our show. Do you know what I mean? That's what's so cool about it. Like you've
It's
got a
bit
show,
unreal, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got like
You've got
the
your own
biggest
show.
show in Hull, but you're on our show.
On the BBC.
But how did you get me to? You did well because you got me to come here, didn't you?
That's true.
All it
You
took
got
was
me-
a
you
message,
know,
just sliding
you know.
in DMs.
Yeah.
That is true.
You
That
did.
is true. So I guess the reputation then maybe. I know, and we have got a man on the inside.
Yeah.
To
No,
be
but
fair.
seriously, I know from listening to Burnsy, I know how well respected you are as a band, and I'm going to listen to these CDs. I'm going to listen to the music, and I'm going to.
And let us know what
I'm
your
gonna let
favourites
you know
are.
what you think.
Yeah.
Our latest one in there, but we still hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I
Yeah.
will.
And
I
is
will.
there swearing on them?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
It's adult music for adults.
Yeah.
We can. It's
Just put your fingers
music.
in your ears.
You can. It's
What's
free expression. We can say
What's
what
the
we like.
biggest? What's the biggest gig or biggest date that you've played? That you think is your so far is the best thing.
Bonus
you know,
arena.
Arena.
There's the bonus arena. event.
Yeah.
hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it was about to open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
It was amazing. But it's like
we'd just come back from Gambia as well the day before.
Yeah, literally. the
So
day
there was
before
like
Gambia.
this big rush of energy through us.
That's fantastic.
coming back.
Isn't it?
yeah, it was. It's like one of the biggest achievements.
But you see, they could
definitely.
have chosen. They chose 2 or 3 bands, didn't they, to do that night?
Yeah,
There was
there's
3 of you,
three
wasn't
bands
it?
and Shadu. And,
Yeah. But they could have chosen anybody. They chose you. I've turned it around, haven't I?
I know.
Interviewed
Well,
you.
that's what I always keep saying to you, don't I? They chose us, and that's why we got to do it.
Yeah, they did.
I know.
They did. So don't undersell yourself.
So who should we get on our show next?
If you were a band that I'd not heard of, and
yeah, you won't be
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I won't be here. Why?
I love
why
this,
would I?
man. You're spot on here, mate. So we're trying to work out
Look north, mate.
where do we go next after Look North, mate?
Don't know.
Because this is the top, really, isn't it?
I know.
Pete's
The only
now.
after this, the only way is down, isn't it?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I mean, really.
We're gonna. I think Paul, but he won't come in. I'd like to get you and Ollie together if you'd come back.
Ollie won't face me.
Don't you think?
He sent a parcel. He wouldn't even turn up in person.
I
He
know.
sent me a parcel.
He should have moved it. Around. He should have moved his arrangements.
Ollie.
around, really, shouldn't he?
We want to meet in here one night.
It's got to happen, man.
Oh yeah.
If
Go on,
they-
make it
yeah,
happen.
if
He's
this
a star. He's a star.
if this video gets 100 likes, Ollie and Peter Levy.
And more than 1,000 views.
It's easy going to get 1,000 views.
Yeah, well,
I think it'd get like
just putting it
10,000.
out
Peter Levy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm just putting it out
You
there.
need to trail it. You need to trail it.
Oh.
You need to send tweets out.
Mate, we're going to tweet, we're going to Instagram post, we're going to post in our Facebook
Go
group.
all over the socials.
Yeah, we're going to just walk up to people in the street and force
my
them to watch
aim
it.
is to beat whoever your previous guests have been.
Right. Well,
Right.
you haven't got. It ain't going to be too hard because I think 700 views is the one to beat.
Right.
I think you will.
Yeah, but
easily
what if
get
I don't?
1,000.
What if I don't? What if I
No, I
don't?
think- I
That'll
think-
be, I'll be.
Pretty embarrassing.
It would be embarrassing.
What will you do then?
I don't know.
Paul will have a bit more ammunition. when you know
I won't be telling him, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I did this interview with this very trendy band. Nobody was interested.
Has Paul got?
Has Paul got Twitter?
He has.
Oh, we have to tweet him it.
Paul
Yeah.
Weatherman.
It's definitely going to get
He's
views
got-
though.
Yeah.
Look at how many t-shirts you sold.
I know. But
Look at, you've probably made Ollie quite not a wealthy man. I mean, come on, but you sorted him out for his honeymoon probably with his wife and everything.
oh dear.
So a couple of months away.
It's going well.
Yeah. Mate, I wish someone would do a t-shirt of me.
Yeah.
When he came out of that t-shirt, I was actually kind of
Were you jealous?
Jealous.
not jealous, but I thought I've missed the trick there. I've missed the trick.
But you can do your own marketing. You've got everything going for you, haven't you?
Yeah, but you've got a strong brand. We're new media. We're only like 5. We've been in the game 5 years. You're a consonant professional. Is that the right word?
I don't know.
It is.
Professional's the right word. I don't know.
Professional's the right
I
word.
don't know what you were
Consonant.
Yeah.
As in consonants and vowels.
No, it's different. It's different, mate. It's different. And my phone's gone off. I googled these words earlier. Consonant. Yeah. So what's going right? So after the podcast, what's happening? Are you back on the news or?
I'm going back now, and I'm doing the late news.
Yeah.
Right.
What time's the late news?
BBC One, 10:30.
So you're going to be. So what do you do in prep for the news then?
Well, you know, I'm not doing any prep while I'm sitting here chatting with you, am I?
Yeah.
I mean, this is.
Are we keeping you?
Well, yes, but I'm supposed to be at work. You might be looking at scripts. You might be looking at some stuff for tomorrow. You might be pre-recording an interview for the late news, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty full on.
And if you're late back, what are you gonna do? Blame us?
It on you. I just say that. You know, I was doing this pod chat, and
Yeah.
you know.
So did you tell? Did they know that you're here?
Yeah.
On the podcast.
Yeah, because you know, I have to say where I am.
Yeah, and are they watching it on your Twitter and stuff as
like
well?
monitoring.
Yeah.
They've got access, haven't they?
Yeah, I'm on a lead.
Yeah. Oh, cool. And what did they say? What do they think of? Has anyone said out or?
Well, I said to my friend at work, I said I'm gonna look very very square next to them, aren't I? And she said to me, not a word of a lie, she said, "We all look square next to them."
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing.
That's a compliment to you from Jay.
That's brilliant.
That's amazing.
Right. Well, I think that.
I have one more question. I wouldn't be a man of the people if I didn't ask this question.
Okay.
What is the
are
question?
you into sports, Peter?
Sport?
Yeah.
No.
No. Would you not have a favourite football team?
I'm not into football.
Why is that a man of the people?
Well,
What's
yeah,
it
it's
about?
like a lad's question, isn't
Well,
it?
it's a lad's question. Yeah, I follow with interest our local teams.
Right.
You know, so I follow Hull. But to say I'm a football fan, you know, because then you ask me a second question. I say to you, "Oh yeah, I'm a big football fan to be man of the people." Then you ask me a second question, and then I'm going.
You embarrass yourself, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So no, I'm not.
Right.
You know, I'm not.
I had to ask.
Right, so then
Yeah.
quickly off the back of that, then actually, so
Yeah.
what does Peter Levy do in his spare time to chill out? Do you watch TV? Do you watch a lot of TV?
I watch TV. Yeah, I like TV.
Got any favourite shows?
I like TV. I like Dragon's Den.
I love Dragon's Den,
yeah.
man.
I like Strictly Come Dancing when it was on up to Christmas. Any documentary type things and anything to do with the media world, you know, show business or comedians, musicians, anything like that. I like stuff like that. I'm not very hot on, you know, they were talking last week about Lutheran dramas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've never seen any. Mind you, 4 nights a week I'm here at work anyway, so
Not
you know,
into like EastEnders or anything.
I know. I used to watch Emmerdale, and I watched it religiously. But since I've been working evenings, that's gone out the window as well because I'm always at work.
Yeah, but it's on. You can watch it on ITV replay.
I know, but I don't.
You're not that bothered about
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of politics on the TV, partly because of the job, but I do enjoy watching that as well. And I will record. You know, there's a drama tonight about politics. I record Question Time on Thursday night, things like that.
And so, just to be clear, you don't have any sheep on Beverly Westwood.
No,
That's a complete.
this is Wikipedia. How does it work? People go on there.
People
And they can edit it.
can't
Yeah.
They can edit it,
But someone
yeah.
has to verify that it's true. So someone has said, yeah, that seems like
That sounds right.
Who verifies it?
Well,
anyone.
when you
Anyone
other
else?
people, other users can verify it,
Yeah.
and if it gets enough verification.
It's an absolute claptrap.
'cause it's like a forum,
It
isn't it?
says I once went out with Carol Vorderman. I think that's still on there. I
Really?
once went out with Carol Vorderman.
Is that not true then?
No, it's not
No.
true. It's not true.
Oh.
I knew her. You know,
Yeah.
I've known her for donkey's years. I keep sheep on Beverly Westwood. Rubbish. There's something else.
Why sheep?
Secretary of the Kenneth Williams fan club or something. That's also rubbish. So You know, the thing you learn about, if you're doing, because you're so good at this interviewing, this hosting, but always be careful with Wikipedia.
Yeah,
I got caught out so many times in the past where I'm interviewing somebody and I do a bit of homework and look at Wiki and all the rest of it, and then come on. So you were born in Grimsby then, and you started at the age of 16. No. You know, and they shoot you down straight away. So you know, it's
and that must be painful.
Yeah, it is painful. If you're live and that happens, it's very painful.
Well, thank God we're not live.
Got to be careful with the internet in general for information.
Yeah,
true.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Can't believe everything you read.
Exactly.
But you've got to promise me that next time you do your live interview on radio or TV or whatever,
No swearing.
no swearing.
If I feel one about to slip out, I'll say Peter Levy instead to replace it.
That's
Is that all right?
That's it.
As a little replacer.
Sort of Tourette's.
Yeah, like a Tourette's. Yeah, exactly. So on that note, then, guys, I've enjoyed myself.
Oh, so much.
I know you've enjoyed yourself.
I have enjoyed it.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Our most viewed podcast yet. Put your hands together
For the legend,
Peter Levy.
Thank you.